Is it working? I think it is. Will it still be the same URL? I have no idea. Right. So let's try again. Okay, it's a different link. So I'll have to post again. Yes, there we go. Good morning. I'm just posting the correct link everywhere. Right. The solution was the stupidest thing. But I think it worked. So, because next to the, the router, we have a little extra box, and it was on a lower spot than usual. It's really the stupidest thing, but but that seems to have done the trick. All right. Sorry about that. Right, there we are. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miranda. Good morning, Serena. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Karim. Good morning, Anik. The connection is still bad. Oh. Well. Oh no. Well, from my end, it says it is running smoothly. So I think if it's still not running completely fine, then I think you'll just have to pause me for like 30 seconds. The live chat is okay, but not the screen. Yeah, the live chat is usually, it's less yeah, how do you say that? It's easier for the Wi-Fi to show the live chat. So if it's still choppy, just rewind me for about 30 seconds and I think we're good to go. I'll keep an eye on the stream health thingy. But yes. Yeah. So I'll see if I'll be using my other camera at all today, because that's also running on Wi-Fi. But let's get on with actually showing you what I've been making, because I've been trying to show you for the past half an hour. So I've made quite a lot of progress on my granny square blanket. And I think, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I have 70 squares. Ta-da. see if I can fit it all in the screen. This is it so far. So 7 by 10 squares. And I still have a lot of yarn left. So I have a lot to go. But it's been going really well. I've been watching some Netflix series and just crocheting away. Good morning, Natasha. Yeah, we had some stream difficulties, so you walked in at the right time. And so I have my scale right here, so I'm able to weigh how much I have. So I have a little contraption, so I have my scale, and then I have a bowl, and then I have a wooden plate, and I'll set this to 0 now. Can I still see it? Because that's the point. Yes, okay. So, any guesses? 70 squares. Any guesses on how much this weighs? Ja, die ligt hier in het tweede kastje. Okay. I'm going to weigh it. I can't see. Okay, maybe I can move it a little bit. Okay, I've seen it. Oh, Karine, you're making this difficult. 1 pound, 3 ounces, okay. I'll Google. What's a pound? 1 pound, 2 kilo. Okay, 1 pound, 3 ounces. Okay, yeah. So 530 grams. Annalena thinks 700 grams. So that would be 10 grams per square. Yes, no, yes. 900 grams, 800 grams. Well, turns out you are closest actually, Karine, because it is 490 grams. So let me do the reverse calculation. It's just a bit under what you said. Grams to pounds. It is 1 pound, comma 08. I have no idea. Just over a pound. So yeah. Still have a lot of yarn to go. I believe I started with just over 2 kilograms, which means that I've now done 25%, so a quarter of all of the yarn. And of course, I wouldn't be able to do as much because there are some colors that I'm already like not running out of, but like I only have half a ball of yarn left. So I've already used half of that. So, but I think afterwards I'll have a lot of, some of the colors, and I can do borders around it. So, and inevitably I'll have some yarn left, and then I'll use that for, I don't know, maybe a pair of socks, maybe I will even have enough for a kind of a cute cardigan or something. So yeah, that is blanket number 1. And believe it or not, I have another blanket. Here it is. Okay. And this blanket, you might recognize because it has been a work in progress for years. This blanket is using Sept's Soft Fun, which is one of my all-time favorite yarns. It is part cotton, part acrylic, so it's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. It is great for baby stuff, so it's great for like stuffed toys, blankets, pillows. It's really great, and they have beautiful, vibrant colors. And I still have this much left right now, which is not too much. And this blanket used to be a jacket, or at least I wanted to crochet a jacket. I'm not sure whether I still have any photos of that, because it was a very long time ago. Oh, I think I have one on my Ravelry. Okay, I'll go to my Ravelry page. So I think, when would I have started this? I think even like 2016. And I saw this granny coat, granny jacket, cardigan, whatever, and I fell in love and I thought it was really, really beautiful. And when I started making it, it actually did not look good on me at all. Okay, I started it November 25th, 2016, and I don't have any photos of, well, not right now. I don't have any photos of how the granny coat looked on me, but I do have a picture of the pattern. So the pattern example, I just thought it was so cute. But, obviously this is a different color palette, so the ones that I've used are very, very vibrant. This is, let's see, Lana Red Studio. And it's just a little tutorial. It's not really like, it's more like a recipe type pattern, because it's not really, oh, for this size you do this. I think it's just one size, but it turned out that it did not really look good on me. It was a little bit too much. And I don't know, like I might wear it sometime, but I think it would be a very limited amount of times that I would wear it. So I don't know, I think 2 years ago, I think I decided to just make it into a blanket. I know it is like very joyful, super happy colors, I know. And I thought I'm better off just, making this into a blanket, and maybe gifting it to a friend, or I don't know. So yeah, I do really like the colors. Oh, good morning, Colleen. Hadn't seen you there. Good morning. So yes, this was I'll get up. This was the back, and then what you see on the sides, those would have been the front panels. So with a little bit of imagination, because the armholes are gone, but that would have been the granny coat, you know? And then these were the sleeves, right? So now I still need to make them together. So I have this bit, which is already quite a nice size for a blanket, and then I have one of the squares going up here, I have one of the squares going up here, and then I have some things for in between and some more yarn to fill in the gaps. And yeah, so this is what I've been working on for, you know, one day last week. I got bored fast. Yeah, and I think I will be finishing this soon and then seeing if I can, you know, find a good home for it. Oh, the image quality is not so great. Okay, so usually you can go, like, if the image is very blurry, you can go on the screen with your mouse, and there's this kind of like settings wheel, and you can click that, and then you can pick a higher quality, and that will usually fix it, because quality is good from my end, so it should be able to pick it up all right. Yeah, so I will be finishing this blanket soon now. Yeah, I had left it for a while because I just was a bit bored with it. Yeah, I think it will be much more appreciated as a blanket. Yeah. You know, either by me or by a friend. Yeah, we'll see. And these colors, they really, really remind me of Cath Kidston. And I think during the time when I made it, Cath Kidston was like very, very popular. So you would see a lot of, you know, red, white polka dots everywhere. So I do think this was inspired by Cath Kidston. Yeah, and it's just not really my vibe anymore. But yeah, so that is another granny square blanket. Hello, Yasmina, I think. Good morning. So yeah. That was project number 2. And now I'll show you the monkey that I made last week. So last week I was working on, well, was I working on the arms? Let's see how it shows up in the screen. What was I working on? I think I was working on the legs, and I had done the ears, and maybe I was making the mouth, I don't know, but this is him right now. I finished him, and I put some, like, I forgot the word. You know those little tubes that you can bend? Pijpenragers, but I forgot. Pipe cleaners? Maybe that's the word. So yeah, so this is Jerry. and he's done, and I can gift him now, and maybe he'll get another name, but pipe cleaner. Okay, thank you. And I did not find my magnets, but I think with the pipe cleaners they'll be able to bend it and hang it from the rear view mirror. So yeah, they're gonna have a nice monkey in their car. And I think he's so cute. I used Scapia's Bamboo Soft in the color 257, which is Smooth Cocoa, and I used Scapia's Metropolis for the details. Oh, it is saying I have a bit of a poor quality again, so I'm sorry about that. It is strange because it now says my internet is amazing, but we will see. I don't really remember the color that I used, but yeah, I think it's very cute. And I'm never making this again because it was very, very tedious to make the arms and legs and tail. The tail was 90 rounds. Oh, the pattern, he is called Jerry the Musical Monkey, and the designer is called Rebecca Danger, and she has an Etsy shop, and you can find all of her patterns there. And she has lots of like monster patterns too, really, really cute. So yeah. So yeah, he's a cute one, and I'll be gifting him soon. So yeah. And then I went on a bit of a sewing spree last weekend because I had a lot of fabrics that I just want to use. I just have a lot of fabrics that are like not really like super nice fabrics, but they are good enough to use. So I made some bags. 3 bags. They're already in use. And this is the first one. It contains some of my sewing supplies now, so if you hear something, that's in the bag. I have multiple thread colors on here because I just ran out of bobbins left and right. But this was a very nice practice. It is my first lined bag, and with a pocket no less. The pocket is like very high up and very shallow, so like if I put my keys in here, it's going to be very heavy and it's going to fold over. So I think, you know, it's giving me some practice. I know that next time I want a narrower pocket so that it's not, you know, toppling over. And the seams are reinforced. I sewed the lining, and then you take your bag and run it through the machine again so that the seams are reinforced, which is really nice. Yeah, so that was bag number 1. This is bag number 2. And this is actually a fabric that I really like, and it did turn out really well. It's a slightly different pattern. It's a shorter bag with wider handles, and there's like a T seam here. I'm not sure if that's also the English word. No pockets on the inside, but it does have a lining. And there. But you really like the lining. And then in it I have a sweater project that I have been working on a lot. And then I made a third one as well with a very cute floral print. And the lining is a very cute floral print as well. And this lining, the fabric, actually came from a nightgown or something. But it was like a very, very old nightgown. It was in my mother's attic or in my grandma's attic. I don't know. Very old, very cute. And this was from a skirt of mine. So, lots of upcycling, and yeah, I'm just really, really proud of them. Thank you. And yeah, I already have some more ideas. So this is from a book that I'm using, which is by Kath Kidston also, by the way. I was really into Kath Kidston stuff a couple years ago. And the book is called Beginning to Sew. Well, that's the Dutch one. So let's see if I can find the English one. Kath Kidston, Beginner Sew. Oh, is that one? Is that the one? Maybe. Okay, so there is a sewing book by Kath Kidston in English, and it's just called Sew. That might be it. I found it really easy projects. I mean, they also have more difficult projects in there, so I will be checking those out. But yeah. And also, I made all of these on my grandma's vintage sewing machine, a Husqvarna from 1963, I think. Very old sewing machine. It's an old beastie. I took it to the repair shop. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. And he said, oh, it's very nice, very endearing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it. It's running okay, but there's one button that I cannot move anymore. And it's kind of stuck on the inside. And it just, there's a metal smell, and, things are a little, I don't want to say rusty, because it isn't rusty, but, I think you get what I'm saying. And he was like, oh, well, I can, give it a good clean and take it apart and whatever, and it would be like €150, which is more expensive than the machine. And he does not have any spare parts, so if he went to clean everything and take things apart, and if it wouldn't be a guarantee. So, and I have a really good sewing machine, but I just thought it would be really nice. So I did get a bottle of sewing machine oil, so that I might tamper with it myself. This really old sewing machine can access like the inner workings a bit better than on my new machine, and I thought it would be just really interesting to open it up, see how it works. Yeah, kind of like, you know, people buying really old cars and like not really functioning cars, so that they can open them up and, you know, see how things work. And yeah, I think this sewing machine is going to be that for me. So yeah, but you know, I was able to do all of this. So it is really nice, but I do think I'll be able to do much more on my actual sewing machine. So let me show you this sweater that's inside here. I think, oh, I still have the sock project, but this is one of the last things that I have. I was working on this for the past 2 days, and you might have seen it. I wore this sweater last year in October. Was it October? Yeah, to the Brian Haagdagen. Hi Minnie! I wore this sweater last year, but then it had different panels here. I had made a kind of statement sweater out of it. So it said, yes, I knit, and knitwear, care, repair, and a little sheep, and, you know, some fun panels. And while it was great for the show, I thought to just make a plain sweater out of it so that I would actually be able to wear it. Oh, Yvonne says it's a Swedish sewing machine. Yeah, the Husqvarna. Exactly. They still have really great machines, I think. And it's such a beautiful color. It's like a blue-green, and I thought it was so pretty. Yes, keep your grandmother's machine going. So important for sentimental reasons. Yeah, it really is. So I am really grateful that I can still use her machine. But yeah, I mean, I think knowing that the parts are no longer there, I think it's a bit risky for me to like actually have it cleaned and stuff, because they might return it to me broken. So I thought, and he recommended like, okay, just use it now. It works now. Use it until it doesn't work anymore. So that's what I'll do. Yeah. But I think we'll have quite some sewing adventures ahead of us. And especially like projects where you just need the straight stitch or a zigzag stitch, because obviously it doesn't have, you know, all of the fancy stitches that my new machine has. So yeah, but you know, for most projects that I do right now, I only need a straight stitch. So yeah, I'm just, you know, this is a kind of a boring project, because it's just stocking it in the round. Yeah. But I do think it will be a really nice sweater, because you know, there's a lot happening up here, but for the rest it is kind of plain, so I think that will be nice. And I'm using this yarn, which is naturally dyed with madder root. I'm alternating skeins because this is the original yarn that I had, which is a Norwegian yarn, I think from Lofoten, and this is a Dutch yarn from Schaapjes. Scappies wool or Tolle wool, or maybe Scappies wool is the brand and Tolle wool is the shop. I'm not sure. But they differ ever so slightly, so I'm alternating them. Yeah. It's very scratchy right now, but I do think this is a perfect sweater for a winter to wear over a long sleeve t-shirt. Just have this as an extra layer. I think that will be really nice. And I was thinking of reworking the neck, because right now the front and back are the same. And you know, if you've knitted a sweater before, you know that the back of the sweater you actually want it to be higher. But since this is kind of a itchy, well, the top yarns aren't too itchy, but you know, since I'm planning to wear a t-shirt underneath, like maybe a turtleneck, I might not need to, you know, to modify it. But you know, I can wear it for a while, and then I can always decide to modify it still. So yes, thank you so much. Oh, good morning, Emma. So yeah, really excited to be finishing this one soon as well. So yeah, I have a lot of just projects that are going quite well, and that are on track to being finished. Yeah, and the last one, but I think I showed this last week, was the Frankensock. So you might have seen my classic New Leaf socks pattern, which is a pattern for a self-striping sock. So you start at the toe, and then you have all of these fun stripes, and then you do a German shorter heel, and then you continue in stripes. And the only thing I did differently here is that I continued with the self-striping yarn for the cuff. And I'm using many different colorways. So I have all of these self-striping yarn scraps, and I've just started the next one. So yeah, and I think I'm just going to be knitting on this sock for the remainder of the stream. Yeah, this was kind of more like a regular podcast than a cozy crafting stream. But for the remainder that I'm here, I'm just going to work on my sock, and yeah, do let me know what you are working on, because I haven't been asking you too many questions this stream, and I've gotten really curious, so do let me know. Have you all seen the new Scapious make-along that is happening? I didn't remember the date when it's starting, but it's a beautiful like autumn color shawl. Live podcast, yeah. Maybe you could find a similar sewing machine on Marktplaats for spare parts. That is a great idea. I did check on Marktplaats, and there are a couple of the same sewing machine, but it's like when it came out, they had 4 versions, and so I'll have to make sure that it's the exact same version. It's getting chilly here, so I must finish my bed socks. Cool. Yeah. I've started wearing my hand knit socks again today because the weather is finally chilly enough. Emma is knitting on her blanket. Now it's finally cooling down. Yeah, I can continue working on it. Yes. Ooh, and if any of you are into video games, I just want to mention it. This afternoon, well, afternoon here, 4 p.m. Nintendo is going to do another live stream as well, and they're going to be announcing some new games. So, so I'll be watching that, you know, I'm gonna work on one of my 2 blankets this afternoon while watching the live stream. So I thought you might want to watch that as well. Natasha says, I'm working on some socks to give away as a present. Oh, that is really nice. Serena says, I'm ripping out my sweater. I'm not going to finish it. Oh, why? I mean, usually there's a really good reason, so I applaud you for making this tough decision. Because sometimes you just know that you're not going to wear it, so you're really brave. Vinny says, finishing up the Sokolon, yay! Working on a cardigan for the knitting cruise, a sweater for myself, and I really need to make a new car kit, cover for my steering wheel and headrest. Oh, that is so cool. We are just about to sell our car. But maybe once we get a new car, I might be able to do that as well. Ivona is knitting on her Friday tee. It's a bit boring now. Yes. You're probably like in the body stockinette ocean of stitches. But it's a really beautiful t-shirt, and I'm sure you'll wear it loads. Carmen says, I just finished the Spread Your Wings cardigan from the Escapist bookazine. Oh, from the Metamorphosis. Cool. First time using the mohair rhythm. Love it. Yes. And I just bought the new bookazine and yarn for your sock pattern. Yay! In the Metamorphosis. Or in the... Oh, the new bookazine. Yeah. Sorry, I misread it. In the Shimmerland one. Yeah. I still have it on my desk, so let me show the people who might not know about it. So this is the yarn book is in Shimmerland, and it kind of reminds me of the like Euphoria TV series, Netflix series. I've never seen it, but you know, Shimmerland, and in Euphoria they have a lot of like sparkly makeup. Or at least, you know, that's whatever impression I got from Euphoria. So, and here are my socks. And I think I made this one and my tester made those. But don't they go great together? The hypnotic socks. Yeah, but there are so many beautiful patterns in here. There's this blanket that I really, really love. Oh, and this, I'll show it again, the chandelier. So it's like, you can see it's like embroidery hoops, and then they've transformed it into chandelier, which is like, I mean, that's, you know, peak creativity. And this blanket is just beautiful. And this is using Escapist Whirl, so the ombre gradient yarn cake, and it's totally like split up. It's amazing. So yeah, okay. Emma says, I'll watch that same stream this afternoon. Yeah, let's see if there are some new games. Yes, I heard that they might be like taking some older Zelda games, like Twilight Princess or something, which I haven't played yet, so that might be nice. Miranda says, I'm still knitting the second pair of socks from the Sock-a-thon. Yay! Second pair! Wow. Annalena says, I'm putting a hexagon blanket together. Oh, I had these hexagons for years in a bag, and it will be a present for my best friend. Oh, I bet that will feel like really amazing to finally finish a blanket, all of those, out of those hexagons that you had for so long. These socks make me happy. Yay, thank you. I have started another tea and would like to start some socks also. Yeah, you know, knitting season is upon us. I mean, even though most of us craft all year long, the hardcore crafting season is almost starting. Karina's just begun English paper hexagon patchwork quilt for a present for my elder daughter in pinks and green florals. Oh, so it's like paper piecing? Cool. When did it stop? Yeah. The knitting season never stops. Yeah. But you know. Oh, just 2 days ago I was at my, I was picking up a package at my neighbors and they invited me in and they're super nice. I think they are like 80 years old, but they're super cute. And they asked me what I do for work, so I don't think I ever told them. So I said, well, I'm kind of like an online knitting teacher. And they were like, do people still knit? And I thought, where have you been? Of course people still knit. But I think for them it already felt kind of old-fashioned then, and it must still feel old-fashioned now. But because I think they're so used to things getting out of style and then being replaced. I don't know. But I think knitting is something of all times, and crochet as well. I just, craft. And I think especially for my generation and the younger generation, like we've been growing up with things being made by computers and machines, and I think especially for us, we find it so satisfying to make something with our own hands, because it's like my grandparents, they grew up with making stuff themselves, and they are used to that. Well, I don't want to say they're used to, but they are more accustomed to that, feeling that, oh, I made this myself, and it's kind of more vanzelfsprekend. It's kind of more, they don't really think about it that much, I think. But I think for us that grew up with machines and computers, and yeah, I think that's also why like gardening, like vegetable and fruit gardening right now is has been making such a surge the last couple of years, because people are getting so much satisfaction from making their own tomato sauce and raspberry jams, and I think that's something really beautiful. It's a more online thing now. Back then it was a social thing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do think it's a less social now, because whenever you do have like a social gathering, like, and you take out your knitting, people go like, "What? Why are you taking out your knitting? You won't be able to hear anything we're saying." And I'm like, "I'm not knitting with my ears. I can still follow the conversation." Yeah, but I do think we still connect with craft. So it might still be a social thing, but yeah, more online. My daughter just taught her husband. Oh, he's making his first scarf. And my 12-year-old grandson knits too. Men are great knitters. Yes, absolutely. I don't care what anyone says. Like, knitting is not for any gender. Like, it's for everyone. And I love that you can just, customize things and make things so that they fit you perfectly. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, good. Yeah, no gender, no age. Yeah, exactly. I am making a mess. Okay. My husband wanted to try to spindle. That was not a success. Oh. I still haven't tried to spindle spin. But I think I wouldn't have the patience for it anymore since I have a spinning wheel. But I do think it would be fun. Oh, speaking of spinning, by the way, I just heard that this weekend is like this medieval cosplay festival, Alfia. I've heard about it loads, but I've never been, and I don't think I'm gonna go this weekend, because I heard be like, if I want to go, I want an outfit as well. But they have like ancient craft demonstrations as well, and I think that's really cool. Like armor making, and I'm sure there'll be people spinning there as well. Oh, you can teach me on the cruise? Cool! Yeah, I'll be sure to bring some spinning wool. I do have a small electric spinner as well. I'm really curious to see how this sock is going to turn out, because I'm making them different. So the toe is a different color, but then I'm using different stripes because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to make it identical, because I think these two stripes, I don't have that colorway anymore. And I have lots more scrap yarn, so I'll just be using up what I have right here. And I'm starting with a green section first. around. Oh, I think I'll be using up this little ball. So that's good. And I really only will have a couple of scraps left after this. Oops, it's falling apart. I'm also knitting a lace edging for a shelf. I love the old-fashioned look of lace. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I love knitting lace. It is so fun to knit. And yeah, once you knit something in lace, it just looks 10 times more complicated. Yeah, I love my lace shawls. I've never done the edging thing because yeah, I'm kind of worried that, yeah, maybe I'm just worried what people will think. That they already have this like idea that I'm a granny, which, you know, I might be fine with that. I might have to do it like in really bright colors so that it looks a bit more modern. Like a petrol blue cupboard with like mustard yellow lace edgings on the inside. Mm-hmm. It's getting so cold that your hands are cold, yeah. The temperature is cool enough now so we can enjoy tea again. I mean, I've been drinking tea for the whole summer, but now I can drink tea without sweating. When I lived in Germany, I loved the lace window curtain panels. Oh yes, I do love those too. And on the little Volkswagen the little buses, like the vintage cars, I love the little curtains on those. Okay, I think that connection is good enough so that I can use my other camera for just a while. I found it really interesting that in the Netherlands most houses have no curtains. Oops. Yes. Well, interestingly enough, we do have curtains. We just don't close them because I think most people have the idea that, oh, you know, if we close the curtains, what will the neighbors think we're doing? Yeah, we also have curtains, but it's like, I don't know. We only close them once it's like really dark. Don't bother what other people think, Carmen. You are great. Oh, thank you. Let's see if I can get this to work. Yes. But that way you can see everything. Yes, it's, yeah. A friend of mine kind of compares Dutch houses, like Dutch flat buildings, to aquariums. Yeah. I need to finish the leg of my second sock this week. I need a pair of wrist and hand warmers. I think my other pair don't want to be found. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff at the moment that doesn't want to be found. I just cannot seem to find them. That's actually why I was using my grandma's sewing machine as well, because for my actual sewing machine, I really don't know where the plug is, like the electricity cord. I've searched all up and down the house, but it's unfindable. So we'll have to do a big search soon. Oh, you have no needles to put them on. Oh, okay, that's why you need to finish the second sock. And then you can knit your wrist warmers two at a time. Annalena says, I just tested a nice pair of wrist warmers, ear warmer, and infinity scarf. Easy, quick patterns. Crochet though, not knitted. Oh, cool. For what designer? I mean, which designer? Or is it still a secret? That's fine if you can't say. Okay, I've got one more stripe of this, and then, or is that, no, okay. No, I only got a couple more rounds of this, and then I need to attach a new ball. For Emma, Torty Troublemaker Designs. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up later. Vind je het makkelijker om met de teen te beginnen of kan je ook aan de bovenkant beginnen? Okay, so do you find it easier to start at the toe or can you also start at the cuff? So yeah, I do find it easier. Much easier to start with the toe. Because when you work top down, you have to do a special kind of cast off for the toe, and I just don't like that as much. And I like that with toe up socks, I can try them on easier. Okay, which color am I going to use next? So we could do this one next, or no, this one will be starting with green, so that might be a little bit too similar. We could do the really dark one. Which one would you pick, the dark one or the light one after the green? The light one, and after that a dark one. Light one, light one, light one. Okay, light one. Okay. I'll use the light one. I'm not sure if I can start at the pink stripe though, because I forgot whether that is the start of a stripe or if it is like a little bit shorter. Let's see. I'll match it up with another one. I'm now trying to knit a sock top down, but mijn main probleem ook al begin met de teen is de heel. Oh, okay, so whether you knit toe up or cuff down, you have issues with the heel. Oh, see, the pink stripe is a little bit shorter, but it's just... Okay. That's a shame. Well, you can try different types of heels, but I do really think the German short row heel is the easiest. But you might want to try Fish Lips Kiss heel or Shadow Wrap heel. Because I've heard great things about those. I am making a mess out of things. find that with the lighter colorways I always get pretty bored, because it's like this one is just white and then the next color is like slightly less white. And then the only fun colors in it are the blue and pink, but I think I won't be able to get to those. But we will see. Because I think, yeah, when I used them on the first sock, I ended on the pink one. So I know they're not coming up for a while. Hey Charlie, good morning. I'm supposed to be working, but I just want to nip in and say hi. Hello, hello. I was just watching the first part of your Alfia bag video. Still have to watch it to the end. I think I really want to go there one day. But I don't have a costume now, so not this weekend, I think. Vinny says, now I have to see that video of Charlingual too. Oh, you're going to Alfia too this weekend. Cool. Ooh, what's your favorite knit you ever made? That's a tough one. I think it might be one of my sweaters. Yeah, it's definitely one of my sweaters, one of my garments. Yeah. I'm not sure. What's your favorite thing you ever made, Kevin? You know you can go without a costume, right? Yes, I know. I ended up playing about with my outfit for another hour after I stopped filming. I can imagine it's just like so fun. My first sweater, yeah. It is a really, you mean the blue cabled one. I do really, really like that sweater. It's really special to me. to be fair, like thinking about the costumes, I think I might be able to recreate like a medieval bar wench outfit with just my regular clothes. Like farmer girl. Maybe a red alpaca shawl to my own design. Casper now shares it with me. Oh, that sounds really, really nice. An alpaca shawl. Oh boy. Hey Liang, good morning. I am going to Alfia for the first time this Saturday. Not wearing any costume yet, perhaps a cape or something like that. I hope to be able to sew something for myself next year. Yeah. I heard tickets were already sold out for Saturday. I'm like, I heard about it a couple times, but I never really looked into it. But I think I might really like it. So who knows? I might come next year. Is it always in the same place? Because then it might be easier to plan. I know you would like it. Yeah. I think you know me well enough to guess if I would like it or not. Yeah. Because it just seems a bit like Carnival, but the thing I like most about Carnival is dressing up, and I don't like any of the music and drinking. So I think this might just be the perfect solution. And there's like the fantasy element and cosplay. It's really fun. Each fall in Arsen and each spring near Utrecht. Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, because they were like emphasizing, oh, it's in Arsen now, and I'm like, oh, is it in a different place each year? Okay, but it's Arsen in the fall. Okay. So which is the best edition in your opinion, the spring one or the fall one? For a beginner, first time Alfia goer, is spring or autumn more fun? I'm done with taking out my sweater, my arms hurt. Aw, well, good job. Takes a lot of courage to rip out a sweater. So Serena, are you going to like knit the same sweater again in a different size, or are you going to make something completely different? I was not going to finish it, and I got the yarn from my brother for Christmas, so I want to make something out of it that I want to finish. Oh yeah, okay. I get that. Denise asks, welke rondrijnaalden gebruik jij? Which circular needles am I using? These are from Xiaogu. So it's maybe I can write it in the chat. Xiaogu. And it's the red lace variety, and yeah, I love these for the join, and yeah, how easy it is to slide it through the work. I've taught so many people how to knit, and you know, even though Xiaogu needles are like pretty expensive, they're like, I don't know, maybe close to 20 euros for a needle, but it's just so much easier to knit on them. And whenever I do workshops and people start with like really cheap needles, they don't like, they get frustrated because, like as you say, the yarn or the stitches usually get caught on this place. And then they think they're bad, but it's not their fault, it's the needle. So if you invest in slightly more expensive needle, then it's just really worth it. Yes, they're great, aren't they? Xiaogus. I love them too, but I also like knit prosing. Yeah, I do like knit prosing. I like them from 3.5 millimeter and up. But for the smaller needle sizes, I prefer Xiaogu. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you compare it to like Furl's crochet hooks, yeah, what are they? 75 euro for one crochet hook? I mean, yeah. But I also think, aren't Furl's crochet hooks like almost handmade? Or like, aren't they handmade? And knitting needles, well, you can't really hand make them. So I think that for the crochet hook market, there is just a bigger portion of the market that is also like handmade, and of course that is more expensive. So yeah, love the needles. Only knitting on those. Yeah, for the most part, I'm only knitting on Xiaogus. Yeah. Yeah, on Knit Pro Zing it doesn't glide as nicely and doesn't zip through the needle, zip through the stitches as nicely. But I do feel that, you know, with like 4mm needle, you're using thicker yarn as well. So from like 3.5, 4mm, I don't really notice it with Knit Pro Zing. I think they are absolutely fine. I believe the smallest size Knit Pro Zing I have is 3mm, which I bought for the Sassenach pillows. For smaller sizes I use Chowgu too, yeah. So I do have Knit Pro. It's of the very, like, the newest series. It's with the green cord. And the green cord also has, like, you know, for the Chowgu, there's some metal wire inside, and the newest ones from Knit Pro also have that, and they are like swivel needles, so so they untwist. They don't untwist as easily, and I really like those. But the smallest size available is 3mm. It's so frustrating if the yarn keeps hanging, yeah, like in between, like if it like unscrews a little bit and then it hangs in between, or you know, if it's, you know, sliding through the stitches and then it stops, yeah. Is it the Namaste needles? I'm not sure. I think it was like explore or exhale or something. Yeah. Now I'm curious. So Knit Pro. It's the Mindful set. Well, not the Mindful set, because I just have one circular, but yeah, I really like the cord on that one. I wish they had fixed circulars in longer sizes, because for this set, the Mindful ones, they only have fixed circular and, like, you know, the very short ones, the 20 centimeters or something. Oh, I think I might call it a day because my shoulders are aching. So yeah, but I've had a great time. So let me just go back to the one camera. There we go. I'm very happy that it worked out because at the beginning I was kind of worried. So I'm very happy that it worked out. And I want to thank you all for being here with me today. And let me just check for next week. I will be here. Yes, I have something in the afternoon next week, but I will be here in the morning. So thank you all so much. I had a great time. Have fun at Elfia this weekend for those of you that are going. And I hope to see you all next week. I hope you have a very nice weekend. I wish you lots of luck in your crafting projects. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.